and get him a...
Let me record the podcast as well. Hello, welcome to the Honest Wargamer. I'm your host, Rob, and it's Thursdays, it's 40k, it's ladies' night. I'm joined by Nick. Hi, Nick.
Hi there, Rob.
And we're joined today by our co-host, but via the airwaves today, Tom.
I'm at a special business meeting trying to secure a personal sponsorship with dickpills.com.
It's dickpills.com.
dickpills.com.
I'm already sponsored.
Oh, damn.
No, not by Dick Pills. Not by Dick Pills.
Who are you sponsored by?
It's a new, nice cafe that's opened up. Street food cafe.
Which
Called Umai.
Umai. Oh, a street food cafe based in Nottingham, potentially.
Yeah, it's based in Nottingham. It's Oriental street food.
I've heard that they potentially are providing
as a Warhammer
food
cafe
for the League of Knights.
Potentially, yeah. We're in intense negotiations.
Yeah, because that's right. So, welcome to the podcast. Welcome to Twitter, not Twitter. Jesus Christ. Welcome to Twitch. Welcome to YouTube. Welcome to Facebook. If you're watching us on any place or listening to us any place that's not Twitch, that's where we'll be taking questions from people who are in the house, such as Grekel and Fulgrima, just like we have been for the past year. Hyper Pepine, we're going to talk about that in a minute. But firstly and foremostly, I'd just like to thank everyone on Patreon, every single person on Patreon, and everyone on Twitch who subscribes to the show, who've let us make it for the first year. We've made it out of infancy. I feel like we're in some sort of like vat womb, or the gene seed has been put inside us to grow us in. Now we have emerged full.
We've succeeded the trial.
Yeah, we've exceeded the trial, but now we go on to see if we can succeed the next trial to become a Grey Knight.
Yeah.
It's like Spartan children being thrown into the woods to survive.
Exactly. That's who we are.
These earphones are stifling.
His eye on the dice never left. Hi, Chuckabutty TV, Sup Gorgeous, and Rob. So that's you, Nick. John, need a thumbnail of Tom in the corner. I do. It's one of the things I'm going to work on next week, an overlay. Hi, Carmack, Bob Monkey Cheese. Hello, everyone on Twitch. Welcome back. Some people have obviously joined me today. I've been doing a show every single day this week because it's been our birthday, a daytime show. The Mad Ramblings of Rob.
I've managed to join a couple of times when I've had a bit of break.
Some mad ramblings, right?
Yeah. I've only caught like bits of it.
It's been fun. I've been helping the guys help me with the workbook for # The Secret Project, which is very exciting.
Using the hive mind.
The hive mind. The Gestalt hive mind. So, Tom, can I just ask you how you are? I miss you. You're not in the house.
Yeah, I'm good.
But that's why we're on time.
I mean, luckily you saw me yesterday, so you managed to get your weekly dose of me.
Got a fill.
Yeah.
I did.
I witnessed Tom yesterday pull a pretty sweet Eldar trickery move. It made me almost vomit of how disgustingly Eldar it is.
Tell me what happened.
You go for it, Nikos.
Okay, so he was playing against Tyranids with like Ynnari Eldar, and there was like an objective other side of the board.
Yeah.
So Tom moves up a big blob of Eldar Guardians. Runs with his assault weapons. Obviously, the bit they ignore it because they're Eldar.
Obviously, yeah. Okay, please continue.
Shot a load of stuff. Probably doomed a unit.
Probably
removed the unit.
Probably.
And then, did you fire and fade with them as well, Tom?
I didn't have the command points to fire and fade. I needed them to make sure I had the command rerolls.
Okay, yeah. So just advance them up half across the board, and then the Tyranid player responded by attacking that unit with a load of Gene Stealers.
Yeah.
Killed them to a man, but as the last one died, Tom then teleported the avatar, the Incarn, to the Guardian's location, and then in his next turn, ran, almost failed the Soul Burst to move again, but then got an 11-inch charge onto the objective. So it was some sneaky Eldar shit.
Just some general sneaky Eldar shit.
Yeah. When a model goes about 72 inches, it's fine.
Realistically, like, Tom, do you ever feel constrained by when people call it the movement phase? Do you say, have you ever seen a model move only like 5 or 6 inches and thought, are your rules broken?
Every phase is a movement phase when it's me, bro. There's a couple of other bits as well, just quick bits. So the unit of Guardians soul bursted so they can move further forwards. And then I managed to get him to wrap the end of my Guardian unit. So when I moved the Yunkan across, it wouldn't actually fit, but you place it as close as possible to the last model that died. So I bounced out the back of his Gene Stealer cult unit, giving me about an extra 5 or 6 inches. So I could actually get into charge range.
Is that why you were advising him, inverted commas, to pinch your unit into combat?
Yeah, maybe.
Wow.
Tom, oh my God, you're a genius. Right, I'm going to say hello to everyone in the chat because, if honest, the less I hear about Eldar, the fucking better in my world. No offense, Tom, but also take your codex and burn it to the ground. Hi, Matt Lloyds. Hi, Blazanix. Joe Cryer. The Blob Monkey Cheese says the honest wargamer was but a hatchling has now grown into but a whelp.
A whelp.
We are but a whelp now.
Nice.
Season 2. Because now we're in season 2 of The Honest Wargamer. We're going to talk about the season 1 in a moment. We're going to do an entire show of self-aggrandizing. So anyone that doesn't want to listen, turn off now.
Yeah. Go to our
customer service helpline.
Complaints helpline,
Yeah. We have a website for complaints. Tom, do you know the web address?
FAQ at GWPLC.
No, that's our email.
Yeah.
Our web address for all complaints is suckmytinydick.com, which I do own.
Oh, nice.
I remember when my my web hosting provider sent me a renewal update. They were like, "You've paid for another year of this website," and I was like, "Why? Why do I own this?" Anyway, Sanise, Yo-Yo, Tezza, Rob, you look very sexy this evening. Thanks, Tezza. Winky face back. Really appreciate that. Rob Extreme asks, does 40k have lizards? Apart from Tom as a player, I don't know.
Do Dark Eldar have any? They have a snake thing, don't they?
It's called a slith, and it's part of the Court of the Archon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And weirdly, so in Age of Sigmar, the lizard men, they have some weapons that resemble some Necron technology. So obviously, and in their background, they were created by the old ones, and then obviously in 40k, the Necrons fought against the old ones. So there's always been this cool question, does that mean the universes are connected in that way?
Well, there definitely is. There is at least a singular story in existence where AOS and 40k are connected. So Grey Knight was seen in the Garden of Nurgle in the End Times books.
Yeah.
And that's the only instance, I think, narratively. But if anyone out there, because there will be better lore buffs than me, actually, I think you'll find in a much unknown publication, according to...
I'm a lore connoisseur, so send your questions to me.
Yes. So it's going to be a bit of a short show today, mainly because next week we're going to do our night review, and we were talking pre-show, and we want our night review to be so good and so comprehensive that we're going to spend another week on it, which I think is completely fair. Plus, we deserve an evening of just talking about how great we've done for the past year.
Exactly.
Yeah, Tom, what do you think?
I mean, I deserve that every evening, but.
Talking to yourself in the mirror, though, does not count as...
But naked.
Good. All right. Someone is suggesting that we could do an entire Honest Wargamer 40k universe where we just delete the Eldar from being alive.
I would be fully on board.
Fully on board.
With that idea.
Fully on board. I would like to run the 40k tournament and just go, no Eldar allowed.
Yeah.
And then just see the backlash. Well, we've already
just be me, by the way. All of the backlash will just be me.
Just you, just constantly.
Just me.
But we've already kind of done that, right, with the setting up of the League of Knights.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. So we've already been very specific.
We'll just slowly add more. Yeah,
people are like, can we add Wraith Knights? And I keep going, season 2. And do I mean it? Maybe not. Maybe I don't mean it.
Keep waiting.
Keep waiting.
It's like FAQs. They don't actually ever tell you, but they're definitely going to release it at some point.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't know when.
Stephen found a communication dial that was speaking to elvish voices that had never heard of before in the temples of the Slan.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I remember that.
Hi, LV, Archeanson, East Bomb, Monkey Cheese, default, by the way. There was So there was a little bit of there's been some Age of Sigmar, or there's been some End Times Warhammer Fantasy Battle crossover to 40k, but then that's it so far. And I think the university should stay separate, and the Blood Bowl universe is definitely separate to all those two.
I think they should stay separate, but I do think it is really cool when they like hint at the crossover.
Well, they do.
Cool.
They do kind of mention it with the Chaos Gods.
Yeah.
In Age of Sigmar, they talk about Archeon having been to other universes.
Oh, really?
With the Chaos Gods. So, yeah, he's caused ruination. So that would be quite cool to see the dragon dude himself inside 40k and then get fucking...
las cannon to the face.
He wouldn't even get las cannon, would he? He'd get Katachan Company commanded.
He's in the Cadian Gate just doing a Rocky training montage right for the
He would do. Right, so
the steps of them.
Twitch chat, everyone, I'd like you to be very vocal today. So you're a huge part of the show today because obviously Nick and Tom, the first thing I want to say from me personally is thank you so much for doing the past year with me on the Other Wargamer. It's awesome. Meant the world to me.
Thanks for having me, dude.
Well, you guys have been wonderful, and we wouldn't have been able to do a 40k show without it. We've triggered people across the world.
Yes.
Yeah, which I very much enjoyed. Yeah. We've inspired people.
Excellent.
We've motivated people. We've demonized people. Yeah.
Call people out.
We've called people out. We've called out entire tournaments.
Yeah.
And Tom was calling out an entire nation until they kicked his ass at the ETC.
I didn't actually personally play them, so I'm still waiting on that.
All right,
so let's to America next year.
So kicked his ass. Asterix didn't actually.
Did not actually kick his ass.
Unicorn John said, "Thank you for becoming my friend" with the dog face. No Necrons. Tom triggered the whole nation of America, and then the whole nation of America triggered Tom back. So
I'm owning it, man. I've got a nice wall dedicated to them now.
You have. I like that. So we're going to talk about. We're really going to talk about the 40k show over the past. Reminisce over the past year, if that's okay with everyone, because I've really enjoyed it. We'll talk about some highs and some lows. No lows, obviously. So that bit's done. But Pete, feel free. Hi, Hook and Pin, Carl Mack. So we'll talk about some of that. But quickly, some 40k news. Ooh. So there's some big news in 40k at the minute. And Tom, what is it?
They have released the stat line for the Stomper, obviously.
Wrong. Nikos, your try.
It's that snakebite culture get a 6-up damage save now, so that's what Orc players needed, more dice to roll.
Wrong again. It's that the Honest Wargamer is running its first 40k themed tournament.
Oh my god.
That's right, the League of Knights.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's hotting up.
Yeah.
There's almost a rules pack out.
Yep.
Well, yeah, I've released the rules pack draft to the players.
V1.
To the players.
Oh wait, are we doing the Games Workshop thing? We're going to listen to feedback.
Listening to feedback.
Yeah, Tom, you can't see, but we're doing the Air Bunny quotes.
Yeah.
It's
the new Honest Wargamer.
It's a beta rules pack.
Yeah. Oh no.
Yeah.
No, I refuse. We're never going to release a beta rules pack.
Alphas here.
You what?
Yeah.
We're just alphas here, don't worry about it.
Alpha rule pack.
Yeah, the Alpha rule pack.
Version 1X.
So that's on release. There's loads of guys that have bought tickets. There's still some tickets available. They'll be in the link to the show notes below. I'm sure they won't be there for long. It's looking really good. But everyone's working on different elements of it. Nikos, you've been working on the scenery.
Yes, I've been cracking on with a load of scenery.
How's that been going?
Fun. It's loads of fun to do. So last week I went to the pound shop before the show and bought loads and loads of skulls. So we've got 2 skull themed boards. So I started making that. So I got a load of MDF cut out into like various different shapes, rectangles and things like that. It would have been nice if we had them nice rounded, but it's much easier just to get lots of squares and they pack away easier that way. So I got a load of skulls. I put them all over the bases, and I've someone in the Discord recommended using expanding foam to like just bulk up, because I was going to like use like just scrunched up paper and PVA.
Or polyfiller or something, I don't know.
Yeah, well, I'm using polyfiller last to like blend it into the base. But like expanding foam was quite cheap. It stick, because I didn't even need any glue. I just put squirted of foam on the wood, plunked the skull in, and then it it like expands up to like a rock formation, and it glues it to the wood and the skull as well. So we've got.
Tom, were you giggling at squirting the foam on the wood?
Foam.
I might have been.
Oh, for God's sakes!
How easy was the expanding foam to use? Because it looks really good, actually.
Yeah, it was pretty easy to use, but it's until it dries, so it's hard to judge how much you need unless you work with it a lot. So it's kind of a bit of guesswork involved. And then until it's dry, it's really, really sticky. So if you need to like move it around a little bit, it is really, really sticky. But it's really lightweight, so it bulks out. So it glued the terrain to the base, and it's bulked out the base for almost no effort. And it's super lightweight,
which is key, because obviously we're obviously ordering tables, but we want the tables to be quite the scenery to be fairly lightweight.
Yeah.
So we were having some insane plans last week, but almost 98% you, Nikos, with one singular excursion by me to a single place, but it's looking really good.
Yeah. So we went to the Army Surplus store earlier the week, and we bought. They were the base of a hanging basket. So it's a hanging plant basket.
Yeah.
But it looks like the top of a UFO saucer, it's like a 10-inch diameter disc with like a few bumps and holes in it. So that's going to form the roof of like one of the big line of sight blocking terrain buildings. Mm. So and last night I bought 10 cardboard round boxes from Hobbycraft. So they're exactly the same size as the disc. So the buildings are going to be like, 8 or 9 inches tall, 10 inches wide. So for nights, it's perfect line of sight blocking terrain, because every single night will, maybe apart from a couple of the 4-jaw ones, be able to hide behind it. So we'll have loads of line of sight blocking terrain on the tables. Which
I'm just trying to get some pictures for the chat now. I'm just going to get that one of the night next to that piece of terrain. Yeah. But it looks excellent. And what's really good about it is some really unique shapes, which I really dig. Mm. And I'm right in thinking, Nikos, that once they're done, we're going to take some finalised pictures, and we're going to do some basically just some guides for people.
Yeah, could do a guide for them. Yeah, because so far the buildings, because we're going to have 2 tables with these like Xenos-looking buildings on, maybe a bit of scatter in there as well. So they'll have 5 big line of sight blocking terrain per table, and so far per building the cost is $550
per building.
$550 per building
compared to
Games Workshop's a massive building.
£80 or whatever one piece of building is.
Whatever one is. Yeah.
Yeah. And they're able to block a line of sight on a. See, that's excellent. Yeah. So we're looking at we've done some like board templates, haven't we? So we're looking at something like £25 to £28 per board in scenery.
Something like that. Yeah.
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 Because I did have a really interesting discussion with a gentleman online about the ticket price, and I thought that was a healthy conversation. And he was like, I'd like to know what I'm getting for the money that I'm playing. Mm. So, like, realistically, if you're paying on a board, your ticket price is paying for the scenery alone, let alone the people working for the whole day, the media coverage before and after. It's quite a lot, isn't it? And not even scratching the price of them tables.
No.
Who knew tables were so expensive and fancy?
I know, yeah.
You would never have thought. But pretty exciting, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be really good.
We've not quite yet finalised like what each player is going to get, but we've kind of like banded around ideas. Like obviously each player is going to get like a scorecard per night, so they can track the progress of each night throughout the battle. And we're going to recommend to people that they don't need to print out the missions and the event pack, because
we're going to just provide
them. So each player will get like their mission pack, their mission at the start of each game, and they'll be able to take that away with them, so they can use it again if they want to.
Yeah, I think that's the idea, right? Like the idea is for people.
So they'll have lots to take away with them.
I'm just trying to send everyone now a picture of the terrain because I think it looks excellent. I think Nikos has done incredible. So there you go for everyone. There you go. It's in the chat now. Hi LOV, Tezza, LOV, Hook a Pin, Dude Our Day has just donated 500 bits to Nikos for the Nikos Nicron boost. Thank you, Dude Our Day, you superstar. Yeah, it was an early start. A lot of people commenting, Tom, saying that we started on time today.
Wow.
It's almost like I'm not actually here.
Tom Earlyton.
And I did not, I think, LLV. I did not touch base. Touch base did not. I'm typing like an orc. Have you ever seen The American Office, Nikos?
I've seen some of it.
Tom?
I've seen clips.
Oh, okay. There's an amazing scene where Kevin decides he's going to take out all the conjunctive words in sentences. It's like, me go out. Yeah, like, me talk fast, no middle word. Yeah, it's like, you haven't sped up. He's like, me say minute. But if you watch it back, I suggest you do. It sounds like an orc talking. It's really funny.
It sounds like a
Yeah. To save time. Yes. Save time. Me save time. So we're talking about that. That's what I'm talking about.
Are we going to do the whole show like that?
Yeah, when the Orc Codex. So next week we're doing the night show. The week after we're doing the Orc Codex show, right?
Yeah.
But what was I going to say?
If it's out by then.
The League of Nights is exciting. That's happening.
It is.
It's going to be live streamed.
So Chuckle Buddy's, so the mission pack's done, but Chuckle Buddy is working on jazzing it up before we release it. I've released the rules pack to the players.
Yeah, because we're like, so.
And the event packs later.
So our mission is for it to be the most best looking event that we can ever try to be. Yeah. Like no corner left unturned. Every thought. If we could escort you via some sort of chair to your table and roll your dice for you, we would, but we'd be taking away from your experience at that stage. Yeah. Everything else should be there to help out, right?
Mm-hmm. Also, the bar has steps in it, and I'm not lifting people.
It's 3 steps.
Yeah.
I don't know if 3 steps is even. I guess a step is a step, right?
Yeah, I'm not lifting a chair with wheels on it over a step. Nah. I've lifted all those tables already, dude. Like,
Tessa says, good work, Nikos. So he says 1 word good, 2 words bad. They're talking about the American Office. So everyone's liking your terrain, which I'm a fan of. So I hope everyone in the Twitch chat's well. So League of Nights, we'll talk more about that in the future. Next week, you'll be hearing about that a lot. Obviously, the big key factor about that is the alternating activations. Mm-hmm. And the guys that bought tickets seem quite excited about that.
Yeah.
And I keep hearing the term Horde of Helverins.
Horde of Helverins.
Which is triggering me.
They could be pretty good. There is one, because in the rules pack we've taken out heroic intervention. There was, when I was looking at the stratagems the other day, for the rules pack, there is one stratagem which you can activate, like, all the Helverins within 6 can perform a heroic intervention. And I thought that would be quite kind of cool to be in a night fight. Yeah. But then I thought...
Well, the Armigers.
Yeah, the Armigers. But then I thought, if we're taking out a heroic intervention, are we changing stratagem, like rewording them? It's better. I thought it's better just to
someone today described to me in one of the WhatsApp chats. I think it was Chris actually. He was like, I think he wanted the the big knight that does the one everyone hates, the one in the list,
Castellan.
The Castellan. Yeah. He's like, I want the Castellan and I want just Armigers around it. And he said like Velociraptors.
Yeah.
And I was like, that look, yeah. I'm super on board with that idea. I really pictured that in my head. And then I pictured him changing the knight head for like a dragon or a dinosaur face, and then maybe Velociraptor the thingies. And then I got carried away, and then I turned off my phone. So I was like, I've got work to do, and I can't be talking this shit to you geniuses.
There's your what is it, Razordon proxy from the earlier show?
Yes, potentially.
Yeah, sort that.
I heard the word triggered and feel this should be something Nightbot needs. Oh yeah, we do need the word triggered. # triggered. Yeah, Dinobots. Tell me a Dinobot army for the League of Nights wouldn't be cool.
That would be amazing. Yeah.
It would be amazing.
I've seen that.
Everyone, turn off the internet now. Like, stop listening on this wargamer, because now everyone's sat home going, yeah, if I bought 4 Imperial Knights and a box of dinosaur toys. And
I made them have sex in a box.
Yes.
And I can't say no because I play for the Welsh. Did anyone see that trashy Transformers film, the 3rd one with the dinosaurs?
Yeah.
Yes.
There you go.
Pretty bad.
No.
Yeah, terrible.
No. Servitor, who suggested it earlier, has now said, I'm on it. Wouldn't that look a bit? Also, Chris is an amazing painter, so that would look badass. All right. So what are the news in 40k before we get onto our self-aggrandizing segment? Orcs are being released.
Slowly, drip-fed by the
This
rule.
week, right?
Yeah. It's less pre-orders is this Saturday, so if you're listening, this is
Okay.
this show will just be coming out before. Is it not? It's a bit of a drip feed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it, so basically... Oh, sorry, Nick, I'll see you.
No, that's all right. Go for it.
Okay, I was going to say, so it's October that the book isn't actually being released until November.
Yeah, that was my beef.
Grotnovember.
Don't call it October
Grotnovember.
if the book isn't being released in October.
So that means it's not going to be in use at Blood and Glory then, I guess?
No.
Probably not.
Cool.
No.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah, and Elovy's maybe right in the chat. Do you think people have got over Orcs before the book's even released? Like, they hyped it for so long that they were like, October, get ready for like October. Then all of October, everyone's been like, kind of excited. Yeah. And now they're like, it's coming out. They're like, oh, mate. I mean, that's cool news, but this is just taking far too long.
It has.
I don't know. I'm excited. Maybe when I read it, I'll get like all pumped. I tell you what, I'm quite excited to read the lore. With the Orcs in the Dark Imperium. I know sometimes the narrative for the codexes can be a bit trashy, especially when we've got incredible stuff from the Black Library to draw from. But that said, they had the entire Beast Arises series between the last edition, I think I've got this right, between the last time the Orcs Codex was released for the last edition of 40k and this edition, they had an entire 12-book series about predominantly Orcs, I mean the Imperial Fist versus the Orcs effectively, in a galaxy-spanning war happening in M31, M32. And there were Primarch level Orcs speaking High Gothic, the whole thing, Orc ambassadors on Terra speaking High Gothic in front of the Lords of Terra, the High Lords. Like, so if that's not in there, if there's not some like alluding to there's going to be, I'm excited about that. I'm hoping it's just not copy and paste from the last codex.
Yeah, well, the Necron Codex was literally just copy and pasted.
Huh?
The Necron Codex, that's what happened. They just copy and pasted
Really?
the last one. Yeah.
Didn't they add some Catan powers or something?
Well, I mean, in terms of the narrative that was in there.
Oh, the narrative.
Like,
sorry,
obviously, the rules were all updated, but the narrative was just copy and pasted.
Also, and I haven't read them yet because actually quoting Unicorn John from our chat, who said, I no longer, because of the Honest War Game, I no longer read the Model Flogger blogs because they don't really tell me enough, and I'm waiting for the Codex. So I like Tom, I'm waiting for the Codex before I read anything about them. But I've heard gustings on the wind that the Speed Freaks box with all the cool bikes and buggies, I've heard they're all pretty guff in the game. Obviously, we don't know about stratagems yet, so we don't know. But I've heard generally guff. That's the term I've heard.
That's disappointing.
Yeah, I remember when 8 was first announced and everyone got really excited over the Orc bikes because they get Dakar guns and they'd be firing 8 shots, and Assault was back, and then 8th edition dropped. People played Orcs for a week and realised they were crap.
They're not crap. I'll still kick your ass with my Orc army, Tom. Pre-Codex. Bring me, you fucking stinky Eldar. You tried to kill 300 wounds of fuck off. Yeah,
So, I listened to that chapter tactics show that you were on.
Yeah.
And was it no Orc army has gone 4-0?
At a tournament, correct.
What are people doing? Orcs fine.
I think Orcs were fine pre-Codex. Yeah.
Clearly playing too fast, aren't they?
Huh?
Playing too fast.
Too fast, too green.
Speed freaks, dude.
Alpha Divine says the Orc Codex is hot fire. They screwed it releases by 1 week. This Saturday should have been the Codex.
Yeah.
Couldn't agree with you more. Chris Foster in the Necron Codex was depressing us all. Harsh Nikos, harsh. And Silo Wags on this. If they're played by Italians, obviously they're so slow.
Oh, God, yeah.
Or that guy from that TV, Morgan,
yeah. Heat 1 champion.
The slowest of all wargamers.
Nice
He's actually started a Twitch channel.
Really?
Yeah, it's called The Slow Wargamer.
He was the GT final champion. Not even the Heat. Yeah,
he was the GT final champion, the Slow Wargamer.
And now everyone knows he's a cock.
Hello, Soupster. Yeah, we do. So, a year of 40k. So, Orc Codex coming out. I'm excited. Yeah, I am. I'm going to read it. I'm going to get it. I'm very excited. I'm going to decide whether or not I'm going to get the boogies after that. Hello, the old traveller. They be cunning, tricking Games Workshop into lowering points. They're going to rule. That's right. Oh my God. What if the entire Orc community has spent the entire year being like, boys, no one win 4 games.
Plan.
And then we shall rule the fucking seas. That would actually be really clever. Tom, have you heard that they've done that?
200 IQ underwater backgammon, yeah. Sorry.
What the hell's just happened? I just heard some noise in my ears.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, no.
Does that mean I'm just screeching?
No, I don't know. Like, I think maybe I don't know.
I know.
I know.
Right,
there we go. Nailed it. Right. You should be excited. Rob says Alpha Divine AK. It's a fairly huge improvement from the index. So Alpha Divine saying, which is pretty good. But I've heard they fucked up my Met guns, which is really the only thing I have painted. But Gretchen are better. So I could use all the Met crew as Gretchen. So
yeah, I think I need to get some Gretchen for my orcs.
What?
I think I need to get some Gretchen for my orcs.
That's right. Oh, there's at least 2 Orc players in the room. How do you feel, Tom? Fuck you.
Well, that's fine. Just take all your shield drone goblins and go.
We will. Yeah. Oh, we will.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah, we will. And I imagine our planes are so much better now. I imagine, just like an Eldar flyer, they have a 5-up invulnerable save. They can pivot on the spot. They always hit on 3s. They're -1 to hit. And they do loads of damage. And the Psychers.
Yeah, Psychers as well.
This is something I've been observing because I've seen a lot of the Orc book, and I can just imagine seeing about 180 fearless Orcs with Gretchen stood behind them, tanking off a wall and just running across the board. And are you guys in the Blood and Glory WhatsApp chat yet? Nikos, because you're going,
yes.
Right?
Thank God I'm not.
Right. So I'm in that thing, and everyone's really excited for Orcs because I think it's going to do really great things for meta, and I just don't see it. I just see another fearless Horde army running across the board while you shoot at it, knowing the outcome.
You and your opponent, dead-eyed, yeah? Where have you travelled from?
Boring.
5 hours away. What are you doing now?
Military grade, shovel out, pushes them across the board, collects all the progressives. As well, I guess I win the game. I lost 180 models and you lost nothing. But I win the game because I stood there and did nothing. Well done, mate. Really interactive game. Good fun. Thank you. Going to do great things for that. That isn't it.
Are you telling me Orcs are going to play exactly the same?
Yes, just better.
Perfect.
Particularly the snakebite thing. They've got a 6-up DPR.
Wow.
For the entire army.
The entire army's got a 6+ DPR?
Yeah.
Wow. So
imagine how many dice they're going to be rolling.
Just fucking God knows.
Imagine how easy it'll be to slow play with
Daka.
You're not going to be able to slow play me. I'm going to have 3 models, 3 fucking knights. What are you going to do then? Yeah, my turn. I'm going to time them. I'm like, my turn's been 8 minutes. Your turn. Your move. Yeah. As soon as you get anyway, there's 16 minutes for a turn. I'm like, you've had twice as much time as me. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, good luck killing 300 models of those 3 knights, Rob.
I'm not going to. What I'm going to do is emotionally abuse the speed of their play. That's what I'm going to do.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Those are the flamers. Would be quite good, right?
Huh?
Flamers, Gatling cannons.
Right.
So a combo that I looked at in some preparation for our night show is the Fury Gatling cannon. It's 14 shots.
Yeah. The Castigator one.
No, it's just for a normal night. Avenger Gatling cannon relic, 14 shots, and if you roll a 6 to hit, you get an extra shot. And if you take it with House Volker, it's a stratagem where you roll a 6 to hit, you get an extra shot. So every 6 is an extra 2 hits.
Yeah.
And with House Volker, if you shoot in the closest target, you're rerolling 1s. If my math hammer was right, you get an average of 17 hits.
On average, though, you still need to kill 50 orcs a turn.
Yeah, but Orc boys are like a 500 saving shooting.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, guess what? Get ready to be fucking green. Do you know what? Actually, no, we've hit the nail on the head, gentlemen, if anyone's still listening. That's what we've done, and we've cracked it. Games Workshop's release of the Orcs is very much like what it's going to be like playing the Orcs. You get to the table, you're like, you're like, you hear, who are you playing? I'm playing Orcs. That'll be exciting. Then you get to the tabletop, then they start to play, and you're like, this is
taking ages.
This is taking ages. When are we gonna get to the game? God, this is drawn out. This is just taking fucking forever.
Keeps telling me rules one by one.
I don't know, dude. I'm just gonna go and play some like competitive StarCraft 2 until April or some shit.
Just a massive anticlimax.
Yeah.
Right, so well done, Games Workshop, in releasing the orcs in the style in which they're going to play. I hadn't
In a
thought
hilarious
that.
meta joke.
Yeah, that was a great meta joke. Question: Tom, has Tom turned into Piss Off Ghost? I can hear him. He's invisible. Dude, he's now inside the machine.
He is.
He's a
I'm
spirit
inside
stone.
the chess clock.
Yeah, you're inside.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what you should have got you for your birthday, Rob. That chess clock. I don't need a chess clock. I'm going to play 3 models and emotionally abuse all 40k players I face in the future. Move your models faster.
Just going.
I'm going to have one of the. I'm going to have one of those stopwatches that coaches wear. Go.
Orc player, you go on my first whistle.
As we know from your first Grand Tournament 40k, you can still play 3 models and take 45 minutes for your turn.
You can, but I won't.
Yeah.
I won't. So, listen, everyone on the Twitch chat, ladies and gentlemen, what's it been like hanging out with us? And Nikos, Tom, I got a question for you. What is it like hosting a show? First year you've hosted a show, I'm pretty certain.
Yeah.
Yeah? I'm going to throw the question over to you, Nikos. Like, what's it been like personally? Has it affected your personal life? I mean, obviously, all the fan mail, a little bit difficult to deal with in the morning. But apart from that, like, how have you found it, honestly?
Yeah, it's been really cool. Obviously, I've been playing Warhammer for quite a long time, like 21 years now, I think it's been. And I've always been like a long time listener of different podcasts and things like that, but never actually sort of been on one.
Never been the first time caller.
Never been a first time caller.
Yeah.
No. But yeah, so it's been really cool to sort of be able to be involved in the show. I thought I'd be quite, well, I think I was, but I'm quite nervous. Obviously, live on the internet, people watching you, people listening to you. You're obviously a bit. I mean, I'm sure I've made a fool out of myself plenty of times, and that's fine. But obviously, you're always a bit nervous about doing that.
You just do it every day.
Yeah.
See, I'm now immune to people's, like, anything. I'm immune. Like, there's nothing. Someone the other day was like, Rob, do you feel worried that people on the internet, like, know stuff about it? I was like, I don't care. Like, it's just, we're beyond that now. Yeah, earlier on today, I just turned the stream on. I had no idea where that was going to go. I was just like, after I say, hello, my name's Rob, welcome to the Honest Small Gamer. Yeah.
That's
I'm your
plan.
host.
That's your show plan.
I don't know what's
Hello.
after that sentence. Most of the time nowadays. But yeah, so sorry. No. But do you feel that going? You feel a lot more confident? You seem a lot more confident.
Yeah, I think as the weeks went on, because we're doing it it's like every week. I think I've missed 1 week.
Yeah,
maybe.
I think so. Which has been amazing, thank you.
That's all right. So yeah, wax on, wax off. A lot of practice doing it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been loads of fun. I've really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed getting to know both Tom and you a bit better, and then getting to know everyone in the chat. Like, it's like growing as a community and getting loads more mates, really. Because like all my best mates in life, really, like, I've met through playing Warhammer and things like that. So it's a really good way to meet new awesome people.
Plus, they're quite funny, aren't they? The Twitch dudes.
Yeah.
They're quite funny. They've made it quite fun. You've had a picture drawn of you as a Necron.
Yeah.
You've actually disavowed the entire Necron race.
Yeah. Well, I've gone into slumber. I've gone into my tomb. I will eventually awaken.
Well, I think you've done great, personally. And it's been too fresh. I've bought 3/8 of Nikos's vault in 12 months.
Exactly.
So it's doing our day.
Yeah, we're almost there. We're almost there.
Wait, hold on. What is everyone saying? We had 2 many months ago at Metal Wood for a video we're recording. 80 Mac. Hi, 80 Mac. Hope you're well. 21 years. That ain't nothing. 80 fucking years I've had to suffer. It says 80
wow.
Mac. 80 Mac's been playing Warhammer
80
for
years.
80 years.
Wow.
I can believe that.
Yeah.
Before it was even invented.
Well, so 80 Mac runs the Sheffield Sort, a great Age of Sigmar tournament that you should go to, FYI. Is also one of the Dragon Slayers, a wargaming club. But interestingly, they got the name because the very first of the Dragon Slayers, 80 Mac, actually slew a dragon to take over the venue where they now host the Sheffield Slaughter.
That's how they had to get it.
That's how they got it.
Oh wow!
Yeah, very clever. Yeah.
How did he do it? Was it like cunning or was it brutal force?
Well, she just really liked Greg, so he like took her out for them and then lost her. She couldn't find her way back.
They're not really landmarks because every other store is a Greg's over here.
That's Sheffield.
In Rotherham it's so shit the Greg's in town closed down. So.
Wow. If you get to Mansfield, there's a spot you can stand where you can see 3 Gregs. To people listening internationally, this means nothing. But in the UK, we have this thing called a pasty.
Yeah, it's like hot things inside pastry.
Yeah, hot things inside pastry. And there's this place called Greg's. Imagine Greg's is the McDonald's of pasties, and you're halfway to where you need to be, but you should keep running. Alpha Divine has been playing for 30 years. Tessa says, so I need to get a job so I can sub and use the Roblin emote. Oh, that's cute. In the UK, Nikos living the celebrity life, getting all those used panties from Games Workshop store managers. Wow. John, my wife calls Nikos the hot one. And then Dude Our Day.
Well, shout out to Nick and John's wife.
Yeah, well done, you, John's wife. And then Dude Our Day has been a babe and then subscribed for Tessa. What an angel, Dude Our Day. There we go. I've been around the hobby since I can pin for 18 years and it's so fascinating. And it is a really great way to make mates. And also we met Dionysus. We hung out with Dionysus.
Yeah, what a hero.
International mates, right? Yeah. Nikos is grey, so I can believe that. Rob, however, acts like a 12-year-old. What?
I don't know what that's reference to.
I think what he's trying to say
comment?
is I look fantastic. That's what he's trying to say. So, Tom, the youngest member of the Honest Wargamer hosting
by
community.
about 2 years,
By about 14 years.
Oh, damn, Flukesy.
Oh, Flukesy! Flukesy has smashed it for our birthday first year. Flukesy was there for the very first show. He's now here for a year later. And he's just donated 5 subscriptions to Bonemore, Saltaire, Carl Mack, and Benedict Pufu. And then Doodoo Shuttlegate. So big shout out, Flukesy. Thank you. You're an angel. You can use the Roblin emote on any channel. That's what you get for being a subscriber.
Any channel of your choosing.
It's specifically some channels.
Yeah.
You know which ones. So, Tom, what's it been like being the host of a wargaming show for a year?
I think it's kind of been the other way around, whereas like next up had to grow into it a little bit. I had to, you had to rub off all your professionalism onto me a little bit. That's entirely work. But we're getting there. We're getting there. It's all right. I've been on that grind this week, so it's. I'm trying to get better at that. But,
what I really enjoy there, Tom, is you describing me as a professional, which I really.
Compared to me, you absolutely are.
I mean, that's just
you
lovely.
work really hard, dude. Like all of this, like, I mean, I don't think it's necessarily always understood how much effort and how much work and how much of your life you have to put into this thing.
Yeah, but it's fun. Like
it is fun. Yeah,
I get that unique sense of pride and accomplishment that accompanies all EA games. But yeah, no, I get to wake up in the morning and be excited about what I'm going to do. The only bit where I get stressed is where there is just too much to be done, which is where people like yourself and Nikos and Nathan and Jonathan and everyone else who's ever been on the show has helped out immeasurably. Like the League of Knights is an incredible idea, and Nikos has just run with it. The Secret Project is an incredible idea, and you're out there working your balls off. Today, you got complimented, Tom, on the speed of your fingers by the Secret Project manager. He was like, he can type up a note or two faster than this. Then I can draw a gun.
Be careful what you're saying, Rob. It is ladies' night. We don't want to get
it is ladies' night.
Too excited.
Girlfriend, guys, steady. Yeah, it's been great coming down and seeing you guys. Really just like kind of learning what the real world is all about, rather than coming straight out of uni, messing around, and then just living in my mom's attic for a year, like, which is actually what happened. But it's been great to get out there, and I really appreciate being able to come down and learn from you guys.
Oh, you've been wonderful. Like both
awesome,
Nikos and you have been and I think Thursday's got a great dynamic. We've all got like very different feelings. I saw in a chat the other day where someone was like, sometimes those guys get stuff wrong. Well, one of them does and the other one corrects it, or they disagree with each other about if something is good or bad. But I like that healthy conversation. because we do have our own versions of how we play games and how we think something is good. Tom, you don't really play them. That's fair.
It's not a game. It's very serious.
No, I just more meant the Eldar. That's what I mean. You don't have to play.
There's multiple ways to go with that.
Dionysus says, you guys are all very professional, and I mean this. That's brilliant. It's really cool to see how far the channel have grown. It was amazing to hang out with you guys. I can report you're all as fun in real life as you're on the channel. Oh, thanks. That's very lovely of you, Dionysus. You are
and my personal mission is to make the League of Night events so good that Dionysus wants to come over with a load of his Dutch mates to play in one of them.
Are you telling me that there's going to be a Dutch house?
Because I want to see Dick again.
Yeah, I miss Dick a lot.
I'll tell you what, if they come over and play in the League of Nights, I will go over to Holland and play in one of your main events.
Yeah. I plan to at some point as well.
I'm just going to get myself some knees. That's lovely. That's lovely. Thanks, Dionysus. That's real nice. So, you guys have a great dynamic and do a grand job of exposing different approaches to the hobby and different ways to think about all things 40k. And also, we've become the channel that isn't shy of calling out a couple of gamers on the internet. We don't really,
my mates.
We don't. We don't really overly do this on a Monday, although we have done. But Tom, you've got a penchant for gossip.
I get all the info. I'm like Varys from Game of Thrones. So I just have children everywhere that give me all the info.
Look nothing like him.
Yes. Although I am also a eunuch.
As all Eldar players are.
Yeah.
Of course, I don't need that.
Yeah, when some people subscribe to the channel, we do say that they've got good BDE. So that's some classic big dick energy.
I have the energy, but not the big dick.
That obviously excludes all Eldar players. Am I right, Nicholas?
Sorry? That they've got
no BDE.
Yeah.
They
lost it all.
Tau players, come on.
Tau players?
Yeah.
Tau players are just sat in their gun line, not moving, checking out porn on their phone.
I think they have it inverted BDE.
Right, Tom has a stable of children. That is what you said, Tom, which is a mistake I feel on your part.
Stable? What the hell?
Dionysus said half the reason I started listening was the gossip. So over the past year, who have we cussed out? I'm going to call out some people who I still think are knobs in the 40k community.
Yeah.
There's Team Happy.
Happy.
Team Happy. I don't know who you are, but you sound like a bunch of fucknuts. Those are my thoughts. Tom, you got anyone?
That Morgan dude.
Go on. How do you feel about him? Give him an adjective.
I feel like if he actually wants to make people think he's a good player, he should actually start playing the fucking game.
Alright, that's fair. Nikos, you got anyone?
What about that guy, Tony Grapondo?
Oh,
the infamous,
double up.
But yeah, he gets a specific mention.
He gets a special mention.
Special mention because of his antics on the stream. Was it the LGT?
LVO.
The LVO rules.
LVO, yeah.
The secret is with a 40k tournament is to never make it only 3 letters. Otherwise, it's just pure controversy, right?
Yeah.
And it has to have L in it.
Yes, yeah. So yeah, he's the king of all cockwombles.
Yeah.
So big
cockwombles.
Yeah, so big shout out to him.
And then that unknown, we don't know his name, Italian guy.
Oh, what, the guy hired to play?
Yeah.
You know what? I've softened now to it.
Yeah?
Yeah, I've softened to it because it was funny. I keep thinking about you filming him. Yeah, and it's one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Because you're there, you and me know. Because we stare across each other on a Thursday, and you were filming him, and I was just laughing. Like, at one point I was really serious, and I was just laughing. I was like, you are so fucking slow. Like, that guy.
Yeah.
Doesn't understand time management.
It was funny.
He understands nothing. Evening, Twitch Brasilia. Hello, everyone, by the way, who's on the show. You sound like you're totally over it, Rob. I do feel fine about it now because I just think, fuck that guy. Plus, he's never going to return.
Yeah.
He's never going to return.
He was a newer player as well, wasn't he? Maybe he was just shit.
Huh?
Was he just shit or was he actively malicious?
Just so slow.
Was that because he was trying to be slow or because he was bad?
Like, mechanically slow.
Okay.
Like, the opposite of Usain Bolt.
He was running backwards, really.
I was just seeing a comment from Tezza in the chat. He said that Warhammer TV Martin gave the channel a shout out on Warhammer TV.
He did because we raided them the other day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And he
a lot of people like shocked by that response because the channel has been persona non grata for so long. But my response obviously would be that I think it takes a while, Nikos, for the brain to kick in.
Okay. So it's a delayed response.
Oh, look, something's happened. I'll say that thing out of my voice box. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Mistake. Anyway, so what happened? So we started off the show. We've been doing rundowns. We're going to go back to doing rundowns in the future. That's really exciting. Mm-hmm. Have you had any favourite rundowns that you've done over the past year?
I really did like the flyer themed one where we all picked a flyer. So you did the Wasbomb fighter jet.
Wasbomb blaster jet with the teleporting mega blasters.
Tom did some Broken Eldar bullshit.
What's it called? What's a flamer one called? Not the Crimson Hunter, the X-Ray or whatever.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Flamey one, yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, who cares?
And then I literally don't give a
shit. Like, I just go, is this the psychic one? They go, no. Which the psychic one's the flamer one.
Yeah.
I go, is it that one? They go, no. And I'm like, it's the other fucking one then. It's all the same difference, right? The Hemlock Raid Fighter.
Hemlock Raid Fighter, there you go.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
And then I did the awesome Doom Scythe. The devastating plane.
The narrative scythe.
The narrative scythe.
Oh, wow. Tom, do you have a favourite show that we did?
Ooh, I have to think now.
And that goes out to everybody on the Twitch chat as well, obviously.
So my favourite show, because Nikos wasn't on it, but my favourite show, no jokes, was that we did with Ace.
Oh yeah, that was a good show. Yeah.
With the ITC versus ETC
three-way
debate.
3 ways to play.
Yeah. I quite enjoyed having that discussion with Ace, especially when he thought he had like this zinger ready about how ETC encourages kind of smash it, like you to 20-0 your opponent, and I just beat him to the punch. And he was very sad.
They can't hurt you if you hurt yourself, Tom. Just remember that.
Exactly.
Yeah,
it's
good.
like Tyrion Lannister in Game of Thrones.
I'm short and I'm a dwarf. Say something that I don't hear.
How what you are. Yeah. I drink a lot and shit. There we go.
Pete Pratt wants to suggest an anniversary T-shirt. # know the name on it. That could be good. # know the name. That would be a good T-shirt. John, stick it on the list. John has the list now, by the way.
The list.
Any suggestions that come into the Honest War Game, right? Just stick it on the list, John. Said it earlier. He wasn't even there.
I bet he somehow knew.
He somehow knew that.
He just went.
Chris Rossman says, added to the list. There we go. Canam TV, no wonder nobody's watching our stream. The Honest War Gamer is on. Oh, buddy. Oh. I'm sorry. Oh. Groovy Great, enjoyed the Dreadnought off, says Groovy Great. Dreadnought favourites and comparisons. That was a great show. Yeah, I think in the future, some of the early shows we did, we fucked about with the sound a little bit because someone could not keep still.
Somebody kept fiddling with his fast fingers.
Yeah, with his fast fingers. Do you remember that show?
Which show? There were lots of.
Well, there was a show where the entire Twitch chat was just watching you, Tom, fiddling with your microphone, and because you couldn't see the Twitch chat at that point, it was like in the American Office where Michael's talking and then behind them they're watching the screensaver bounce around all the corners, but it was just me reading the Twitch chat and then you two talking to each other, and we were all just watching Tom, and it was amazing.
It was just like watching an animal at the zoo, was it?
It was really good. It was
no, not for good reasons. Oh well.
Title Winning says Tom's rundown on the Storm Surge is the reason I bought the model.
Oh wow! Games Workshop, you're welcome.
Games Workshop. Yeah, you are a model flogger. Congratulations. Did I say the Miss Mike? He was a great co-host or a sidekick.
Yeah.
Tom's run down on the Storm Surge reason about that. My favourite show was the one with the Genius and Bex. That was gold. They actually messaged me incessantly today. They were like, we're coming back on. And I was like, don't have the energy this week. Next week, that'll be fine. So I think they may be joining me again on Tuesday.
What do you do? Hobby Genius. Or?
We're going to be doing hobby. Oh, God.
Okay. All right.
Oh, no. Veris ludita belli is the honest wargamer in Latin. I'm going to write that down.
Ooh.
That's awesome. We need that.
There you go. We can put that as the stream title to make it sound posh.
Yes. Sold. I'm going to message that to someone, I don't know who. Just that's the way I pass information on. John, stick it on the list. All right. So yeah. So those. I think my favorite episode for 40k was. I don't know. There was.
It's on the list.
I liked the one where Tom and I were saying Space Pope a lot.
Were you? What?
Oh, yeah.
Tom and I were saying Space Pope a lot.
Space Pope. Space Pope was good. I really enjoyed the night battles, which is why we're now doing the League of Nights, right?
Yeah.
They were just super fun. And
I did enjoy the England versus Sweden game. That was awesome.
Oh my God, yes. Ashes.
Yeah, that was because that was the first game we did the alternate activations.
It was the first time we did alternate activations.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was but it's not the Ashes, because I've actually heard from a lovely man called Chuck that he was the inventor of the Ashes.
Oh, really?
Interestingly, he's an Australian, Chuck. Chuck's been sending me some incredibly intelligent emails that sometimes I'm like, I'm going to need a small sit down and a cup of tea to reply to these because I'm not that bright. But yeah, he's been wonderful. But I suppose with the Ashes, which was the Knight versus Knight Nikos and me versus Sweden, we couldn't really call it the Ashes. Isn't it like the fondues? The melted chocolate?
Is there anything Viking related? Like,
the raiding party? I don't know. Yeah, maybe.
Right.
Look at in the UK, Latin degree finally coming in handy. The first time. And then AD Max says we need t-shirts with put it on the list on. Try and put it on the list.
Put it on the list.
Dude like says his favourite bit this year was the Nurglings.
The Nurglings?
Yeah, me and Jonathan did a show with the Nurglings.
Oh, yeah, I did the Nurgling voice.
Yeah, and the Nurgling voice.
That was funny.
The London G2 one was good. It was just bashing and gave good insights. That was fun.
That was fun.
I do like event reviews.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
just not talking about our own games.
Yeah.
I also really enjoyed how we, and this is something that we're moving on to in the future for season 2, because obviously our intent with season 2 of The Honest Wargamer is to make it the biggest show for tabletop wargaming in the world. I hope you all know that. You guys should be sharing it and telling people to join it.
It's the plan.
That's the plan. We've got 1 year to take it from here, where we are now, which is a great place, to biggest wargaming show in the world, right? We're all on board with that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
No problem. Hey, you guys feel that? Do you feel that's going to be a lot of pressure? How do you feel about the Nikos?
No pressure. Just excited to try and do it. Give it our best.
Yeah. Tom?
Easy, man.
Easy money.
Danny says, wait, no, the slow play episode was the best ever. I actually saved it to listen to it again if I need it. Tom's 12th birthday was a good one as well. Oh, I also really enjoyed the show, Tom, where we live streamed your date.
Oh yeah, that was a good show.
Oh god,
great show. And then we revealed it because you didn't know until on air.
On the show.
No,
that was fantastic, and you handled that really well.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Anyway, it doesn't matter now because I'm not seeing her anymore, so it's fine. Like she never knew. She never found out. It was all right.
And then Dallas is the one after Heat one was good too. Everyone deadbeat tired.
Yeah, super tired.
How was Warhammer? Yeah, it's all right. Playing Warhammer, isn't it? It's not too bad. Hi, Jonathan Etland. Jonathan Etland, one of the other show hosts. We're just grandstanding about how great the past year has been.
How awesome we are.
Yeah, I've enjoyed the interaction. Obviously, don't forget we have a screen cap challenge with MS Paint artwork at the end of the month. There's already been some classics. But if you want to screen cap any of the shows and do some MS Paint artwork and stick it in the Discord, there will be save them to your computer, ready for the last show of the month.
The last show,
because there'll be a box of models sent your way, just to celebrate. Because I'm very excited about that. We've had some good ones, some good faux art and some good art. Corn dogs at one point, I think that was a thing. Yeah, some good ones.
I think I saw one of the funniest screen captures was Nathan, but well, you could barely see Nathan. You could see the the headphones he had on, but then Jet was like up here. So it looked like Jet was in the seat with earphones on.
Yeah. Is this in a tag in Discord?
Maybe. It's something I need to set up. John, add it to your list.
Stick it on the list, mate.
Stick it on the list, John. Right, so Tom, apart from the shows, any other favourite part about doing this for the past year? And what are you excited about for the next year?
I don't know. It's just been great meeting lots of new people, I guess. Like, it's really nice having people come up and just say hi and chat about 40k, because at the end of the day, one of the reasons why I do competitive 40k is just to meet as many new like-minded people as I can, because they're all generally good dudes. So I'm looking forward to some more of that. I don't know. We'll just see what happens. It'll be fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be quite exciting. Nikos, yourself next year?
Well, I'm super excited about our first tournament. So our first one that we're running, and I'm excited about the last chance open tournament coverage.
Oh yes, our first 40k coverage.
So obviously, you guys are doing the coverage for like lots of other tournaments like Bobo, but I'm attending Bobo, so I'm probably not going to be that involved with that coverage. But I'm excited about being involved in the LCO coverage properly, not playing.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome, actually. Yeah.
And I'm super excited about just continuing doing the show, doing more rundowns and things like that. 'Cause I do enjoy
the rundowns are fun.
Doing the rundowns, because it helps me personally learn different things about different units, ones that I don't necessarily play. And I've particularly enjoyed some of the rundowns I've done when I've been able to throw in stupid little games like which is which, or
that was good. That was good.
Prince Care Bear thing.
Yeah, the Care Bear Demon Prince.
Oh, the Demon Prince Care Bears! I forgot about that. That was really great. Yeah, I really like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so exciting. Like, the subject matter for gaming in 40k is so exciting. The background is so vast, right? It kicks the ass out of Age of Sigmar realistically when it comes to the background. So, like, there's so much to draw from, and it's so interesting. Like, it's a great game system, and I'm really excited about exploring it in the future. I really am. And the model range is, like, kick-ass as well. So, like, and that's the thing about it. I think maybe I don't want to say it's too big. That's not what I mean. But there's a lot in it. And to explore that at the speed that you have to explore it at, especially at a competitive level, doesn't do justice to just how great the background was. Plus, I've enjoyed watching Tom read background. And just be like, there are 4 Chaos Gods?
50 Shades of Night? I feel like I need to do a full series of 50 Shades of Night.
Yeah, we need to have more dramatic readings and things like that.
Yes, more dramatic readings generally. Yeah, I think so. Well, so Jonathan Utland, our co-host from the Sigmar show, says he might be making us a show theme tune. Although that said, during the day shows this week, one of the guys said that they might well be setting up an Honest Wargame band.
Band?
3 or 4 of them at the same time, all online, and musicians.
Oh wow!
And it kind of grew into a thing. John's currently booking studio space. He's on it. He's on the list.
Awesome.
Yeah. That is this. Yeah, I was wondering about that as well. How did the band get together? I envision you all as part of the same gaming group. So we met online. Well, Tom, we messaged each other online. I asked for someone who was good and someone who I trusted. Sent me Tom's details, and Tom came over, and then it was love at first sight. Me and Nicholas, you and me have known each other for a couple of years.
Yeah, we sort of see each other in Warhammer World and some events and things like that. And then just one day on Twitter, you were like, "Anyone want to come on my show?" And I was like, "Yeah, I want to come on the show." Perfect.
And that's what's really important as well, because it was getting the right people, you know, to be the right.
The first 2 people to ask.
Well, no, it wasn't. It wasn't. That's not true at all. No. Like, that's it's really hard, this as a thing, because saying no to people isn't something I want to do. But sometimes you talk to some people, or you hear some people talk, and you're like, that's not for you. I don't think, because there needs to be, like, me and Jonathan and Nathan on the Monday show worked really well, is because, if anything, Tom, I'm you in that situation. I'm like the rules guy. I've got the hard on for like combos and tricks and playing super competitive and a bunch of other stuff. And then Nathan and Jonathan just derail it. But at the same time, Jonathan, when he's got a bug in his brain about a subject, has some really healthy and intelligent conversation. And then Nathan just occasionally just blows us both out of the water with something like like a small sentence that just blows your mind, like objectives are bait, and then you're like, well, you've just defined wargaming. Well done on just making a quote that now defines wargaming. Well, to me it did. It's like stuck in my brain forever. So the combination of doing the show with you guys, where sometimes I feel like I take a back seat a little bit with 40k. I feel like I know the game really well and I'm very comfortable. I was on bloody Chapter Tactics this week, for instance. You know, it's a big show. But at the same time, like, it's nice. Tom, you're out there kicking dick, and Nikos, you've been smashing it this year competitively.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah, Nikos is like my nemesis.
Every event isn't bad.
Yeah, Nikos is like, I only like to 4-on-1 every event, if I can. And you're like, what are you taking, Nikos? Some Devastator squads. Nothing special. Just some dudes.
I'm taking something weird to Blood and Glory. I'm excited about testing that out.
What are you taking to Blood and Glory?
What's the Supreme Command Detachment? 1,000 Suns. So two sorcerers on foot, one Terminator sorcerer, who's my warlord. So he's got a familiar as well. So he's got +2 to his cast. That's quite important. And then I've got Bloodletter Metallic.
Can we start the list again?
Yeah.
But because I need to say a big shout out to
Okay.
JR Hartlepool, who's just become our 99th Patreon member.
99.
99th, and he says the coveted 100th spot is now available.
Ooh.
JR Hartlepool, thank you. Thank you to everyone currently. I need to shout, for 40k especially, I need to shout a big shout out to Servitor. He's wonderful. Charles Black, a bunch of other people. We've had some, in fact, let me read a couple of dudes out. Hankster, that's JR Hartlepool, just become a Patreon. I just want to say thanks. Oh no, JR Hartlepool, sorry, and Hankster before him. Charles Black, Canhammer, who are currently in the chat and have got their own channel if you ever want to go check it out. And then Roy Hood, Mitch McCann, a whole bunch of people this week. Obviously, Martin Johnston, just a bunch of people who clearly have just like listened to the show this week and been on. You guys are kicking it year one. Can't wait for year two. So, and then people like Eddie Mack, Jonathan Atland, who are already in the chat, who've been patrons for a year. So many TYs. Many thankers.
Thank Mr. I don't know. Whatever.
Who are you thanking, Tom?
It's just a thank Mr. Insert X name here, I think.
Mr. Must Survive, thank you for subscribing to the show as well. Sorry, Nikos. Please continue your list.
No, Patreon's important, so I'm happy to be in touch about that.
Because wait, so 40k guys, you haven't necessarily heard about this because you're 40k guys if you're listening to this as a podcast, but the secret project when announced isn't specifically the 40k guys, right? Mm-hmm. Until version 2, which I think is now scheduled for February to March. Now 40k guys, you don't know what that means, but Tom, I'm telling you that that's going to happen. Are you excited?
I am hyper excited.
How do you feel about the February-March deadline?
It's good, I guess.
Oh, Moonty Raid! Moonty Raid is now the 100th Patreon member.
No one
and then Splinter MD 101. Oh, Moonty Raid. That kind of fills me with a little bit of joy. Because me and Moonty Raid have been talking to each other on the internet
that fits pretty well.
For 2 years. Splinter MD, massive thank you to you as well. That's just amazing. Who got it? Let's find out. According to this, it was whoever. I don't want to read out your last name just in case, but Aviad, Aviad, Avid? It's got to be Moonty Raid. That's him. I can't say it.
Yeah.
Now I feel like a dickhead. You're the 100th person and I can't announce your name. I'm a bellend. But also Maxim.
200 guys, let's go.
Also Maxim, thank you very much as well. Oh, then Tessa, God damn it, I was signing up. Yeah, Splinter MD. It's this guy! I'm so sorry. Wait, because Splinter, aren't you over in... Splinter's over in Israel, I'm pretty certain. Moonty was gazumped. Damn, I'm 101.
Never mind. 101 is still alright.
101's still good. But please continue, Nick. Sorry about that.
So I'm super excited about what I think is a bit of an out-the-box list, anyway, I hope it is. So it's 1,000 Suns Supreme Command Detachment.
You're taking 1,000 Suns?
Just one detachment.
1,000 Suns are really good.
So 2 normal sorcerers.
Do you know that they have a nearly 70% win rate?
Well, I'm going to only boost that stat, I'm sure.
Okay.
So 2 normal sorcerers, 1 Terminator sorcerer with a familiar, who's my warlord with High Magister. So he's got +2 to cast his first spell and +1 for the other spell. And then I've got a Bloodletter Battalion. So I've got my Demon Prince, but I've given him the super choppy axe this time instead of the Crimson Crown. And then a Herald. And then 3 units of 20 Bloodletters. So I've not got 1 big bomb or a little bomb, I've just got 3 medium bombs. So bomb, so I can send 1 in to clear a bit of a chaff screen, all at once, or spread them out, loads of different options. But no 1 massive big bomb, just like 3 20s. I think the reason why I'm going for a battalion is important because it has to pay for itself, basically. So 3 troops and 2 HQ, that basically pays for all the deep striking I'm going to do with them. The 3d6 charge, which you need to use, I think. And then the rest of the list is a Renegade Chaos Marines detachment. So the Renegade chapter tactic is you can run and charge. So I've got 3 units of 10 cultists just to fill out the battalion. I've got a Dark Apostle, who's the reroll all hits in the fight phase 1. And then Exalted Champion, which is reroll all wounds in the fight phase 1. And then I've got 2 units of 8 Khorne Berserkers in 2 Rhinos. So the idea is for the first turn, if I get shot at, the Berserkers are in the Rhinos and protected. But then if I go first, I can get out the Rhino 3. I can run 6 plus D6. I can warp time them with a +2 or +4 to cast. So I'm very rarely going to not cast it. They run another 6 plus D6 and then they charge. So the Khorne Berserkers can go 27 inches out of the Rhino in the first turn.
What?
Is that including the jump out as well?
Yeah, so you jump out, you can go, so 3 plus 2 moves, 12, so 15.
Well, it'll be 4 because you move measure 3 to the back of your base.
Okay, so 4 plus 6, 10, plus another 6, 16, plus an average of 2 runs is 7, so 23.
That's on average, though.
That's an average.
So if you're counting the maximum run distance, that would be an extra 5, so it's potentially 31 inch threat range.
Yeah, and then they've got a charge as well with a reroll.
So it'll be 43 inch threat range.
Yeah, so it's a massive, and then I've got another unit as that to do the second turn as well. So the idea is the Berserkers try and clear the way for the Bloodletters to do the damage, and then I've just got 3 sorcerers behind it all, smiting at 24 inch range. So they all have a smite each. They all have mortal wound output as well. So I can basically do 6 smites a turn as well. Yeah. So I've got no shooting, apart from some pistols, lots of magic, lots of combat.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting list to play, I think.
It sounds interesting.
I don't think you even have to necessarily play aggressive with that list. So let's say you're playing something like Scorched Earth, where you can run forward, you can hit one objective and burn it, right?
Yeah.
Well, you still have about 100 models there, plus rhinos. So you can sit all your characters behind the rhinos, and then you've still got to allocate an extra turn after you've killed the entire screen to kill the characters if you want the tabling win, right?
Yeah.
And in Blood and Glory, Blood and Glory does matter about scale of victory, right?
I think so.
You mean strength of schedule?
Yeah. No, as in, I mean, if you win by 1 point or win by 20 points.
Yeah, because it's like 30-0 system.
Right, yeah, I understand.
Like that. Yeah.
But it's like, as long as you win by like 5 points or more, right, you still get the max. With something like that, there's a minor victory and a major victory, but the difference between one and another is like a single point, right? So you can just play for that extra point that you need, and then just be done with it. Like sit there and say, right, come on, man.
I'm hoping the Bloodletters are quite good for the cards as well.
Yeah.
Because you can do a lot of tricksy movement stuff with charges and things like that.
Yeah. Because if you're playing defensive and you're not necessarily lobbing stuff in your opponent's face, what you can end up, because you might be playing for like a minor loss, right? So you can just stick them anywhere you want. You've then got a bunch of them with invulnerable saves and 4+ invulnerable saves potentially for warp surge because you're not using the command points to charge stuff, right? So you just stick those in the back of the board. You say, right, come on then, shoot me to death because you're not going to run at me because if you run at me, you get in charge with 60 Bloodletters and a bunch of Khorne Berserkers, and then you're getting smoked. So you can just control the center of the board. You don't need to go into your opponent's deployment zone and push them off. You can just control the center by sitting at the edge of your deployment zone and daring people forward. So in mid-range to low-range matchups, you're just going to crush.
Could do. But mostly I'll be charging.
I'd be charging. What you be doing? I'd be charging.
I'd be charging.
Can I just also say, not that I feel like I am like the Streamlabs bot today, but everyone's gone a bit crazy, which is very lovely. So not only did Maxim become a patron, so did Joseph became a patron, and Joseph Cryer. That can't be the shit gut himself, Joe Cryer. And if it is, that's wonderful of him. And also Terry has also become. So you guys are wonderful. Thank you. That's a lovely evening at 40k goodness. You guys are wonderful. So yeah, that's the next big 40k tournament coming up. A bit of Blood and Glory, isn't it?
Yes, I think so. Yeah.
And we have the Alliance GT over in the Netherlands as well.
It's not. They haven't sold many tickets, I don't think, to the 40k tourney.
They got about 80 to 90, I think.
Yeah.
Whereas the LCO, thanks Joe, you babe. Whereas the LCO event that we're going to cover is like already 120 tickets and like 60 on the wait list or something crazy.
They were thinking about pushing it to 150, I think.
Yeah, it's just like they're up to some crazy numbers, which is really exciting. So, I mean, that's not meant to be derisive. I thought that there weren't many tickets sold. If it's 80, that's more than reasonable. It was just more. I thought it wasn't that high. Not in a rude way, just in a. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that many way.
I mean, I guess it's a thing like obviously the what's Ben's what's the podcast called they used to run?
It's not one anymore. So
Bad Dice.
Yeah.
Bad Dice. It was mainly an AOS thing, right, or a fantasy thing, right?
Yeah, fantasy.
So I don't know if that's had a knock on 40k.
I guess so.
Not being well known.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
But either way, I think we're in an exciting place in the future for 40k events. I know that. Speaking of which, I've got to tell you something. I know. It's crazy. Next year's crazy. We're going to be doing some great stuff. So what else? I think that's all.
Have you said what you're excited about the next year?
For the next year?
Yeah.
Mate, just this. Hanging out with you guys on a Thursday, and just coming up with some great. I know that I'm very excited about. We're a lot further along the track than I thought we were going to be at the end of the year with The Honest Wargamer. I knew that there was a big outcry in the community because it's how I felt for an unbiased news channel, which is what we are, right? We don't have any sponsorships apart from people on Patreon and Twitch.
I don't know if you can remember. Basically, when I found out that you were leaving, and I listened to your last show that you did for Warhammer Live commentating, I think I messaged you after saying that was one of the best show commentaries that you did, because I felt that you were going and you could just basically be yourself. Because I think previous ones you hadn't really been able to be yourself. And I messaged you after saying I hope you do something on your own, because I think it'd be really entertaining.
Which I really appreciated. Yeah.
Yeah,
it meant a lot. And I had lots of messages like that, and that was really lovely, and it very poignant from you, especially where we are now, and it meant loads. It was lovely, but I didn't think we'd be. Yeah, I didn't think it's quite scary, right? I took this on as a full-time job, and there's lots to do all the time because we don't just. Oh, there's no way to phrase that without coming like a dick, so I won't say that. I think, I was speaking to someone today, and they said, I was really interested, and I showed them some of the secret project, right? And he was like, it seems like that's such a natural evolution of what you guys are doing with the unit rundowns. And I was like, yeah, but it's just hyper accelerating what that is as a process. And they were like, cool. And I didn't really know that that's where we'd be at already. And I didn't know that we would have 6 events in the next 4 or 5 months that we'd be covering, which is just exciting. I didn't know that we would also do live streams of tournaments, and they would be as good as they were, and that they can be even better in the future. And I didn't know necessarily, although I appreciate and respect everyone who listens to the show, I didn't know we'd have the impact on the community that I think that we're already having. Because I think that when you watch certain channels or content producers, it's quite clear that they are being given stuff for free, and their reviews are coloured by that. And we don't agree all the time. Tom, maybe you think Eldar are fair and balanced.
No.
or maybe we could argue more. Maybe I think that there's maybe some room for power armor. but stats and, you know, maybe other people would say that there isn't. I mean, the Pleasant channels would be like, yeah, of course you could take your Space Marines. But I think there genuinely is room for power armor in 40k.
Yeah, I agree.
But like we would have to have like a 3-hour conversation about it, and row, and then the Twitch chat would be involved.
We can do. Like, I genuinely think Death Watch the most criminally underrated faction in 40k right now.
Yeah, the Dark Death Watch.
Yeah. Death Watch, that's it. Yeah.
And my friend James just started playing him because of that.
There you go.
And he's buying all the Forge World he can that he can get his hands on.
What, James Workshop?
James Workshop, yeah.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. But like, you know, but it's great to see the community not only like support that and see that on the show, but like, you know, like put their money where their mouth is and just support the show. And then it's also great to see people like message us. They want to join us at tournaments and they want us to come hang out with us. And they, you know, they ask us for list advice and that sort of stuff. So I'm just excited about more of this, to be honest. Like, I just want this to keep going and I want this to get better for the people listening, because we might be able to provide such a serious amount of information in the future for people that we can make some really good shit. Because I just don't like it when people don't get fair and impartial information. Like doing the research is a nightmare, right? Isn't it? Like, just be honest, Tom, Nikos. Run down research sometimes.
Sometimes work is a nightmare for me because I'm lazy.
I've actually found that the process that I've got for Runless is actually not that slow. Because I tend to, as long as I've got the codex on my iPad, I screenshot all the important bits and then I just go through it and like write on the PDF using my iPad app thing and just like cross out things that are relevant or like make notes next to things that I want to talk about. So I've actually found my process of doing it okay.
Mine has
it's still time consuming though.
Mine has to be I have to read every single word of every rule of every unit in that codex and accompanying things and then check the FAQ. Otherwise, like, and then sometimes, and 90% of it is superfluous. But I feel like if I miss like, and I still do, like I'll do a rundown, someone goes, did you know you could do? And I'm like, for fuck's sake. Just because there are some like sneaky things, right? Some sneaky wombo combos, which I really enjoy.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed the Met guns. I enjoyed explaining to everyone about the Met guns and then playing the Met guns. That was really fun.
Yeah, they've got really strange rules, haven't they?
They are. Well, not anymore. I think they've been battered.
Because you've been playing them.
So everyone in the Twitch chat, you're also welcome to make suggestions to the 40k show in the future. Obviously, our Discord channel, drop messages in there. That would be really cool. That would be cool, and it'd be fun to see you guys talking there. We have some of the most random analogies apparently as a group. I
think Tom has the most random.
Tom's got the. I'm giving Tom the best list award name. Best list name award.
Which one? Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Slew me. Yeah, which is a Death Guard list using a lot of
lots of grenades.
Best name.
When you don't actually watch any films or TV, you have to come up with creative names, I guess.
Although I did, for the limited amount of time you could take it, really enjoy being able to take 9 Mutalith Vortex Beasts.
Yeah.
Do you remember that list?
That was a cool list.
Yeah, that was... Go on, Tom.
Sorry. I was going to say, we should play a game pre-FAQs at some point.
That would be incredible to have at the night event.
What?
Just a whole army of Mutalith Vortex Beasts.
What's going to happen? No one fucking knows. Yeah, that would be cool, yeah. Yeah, that might be doable.
Have a labyrinth where you have to fight your way through a bunch of vortex beasts.
Yeah. Tesla says, suggestion, Rob, you need a life-size Ultramarine in the background. Not an Ultramarine. Not my favourite chapter, Salamander. Yeah. Well, we're gonna do a graphics overhaul of the show in the next couple of weeks for like the overlays and stuff, just to make it a little bit more.
Are you gonna spell my name right?
Am I gonna spell your name right? Never. It's my ongoing gag.
One too many K's.
I was telling my girlfriend the other day. I was like, I don't genuinely know Nick's name. I don't know if it's Nick, Nikos with 2 K's, Nikos with 1 K, and it's gone too far now. And we're friends on Facebook, so I could just take the information off there. But I refuse. Yeah. I feel it's gone too far, and I just stick with whatever I type at that moment. Apparently, John says it's on the list.
It's on the list.
Yeah. Also, getting your name right would be so on me.
Yeah. That's true.
Apparently, I need to do a Deathwatch show now as well, so we can put that on the list.
Yeah, Deathwatch show would be pretty cool.
An entire Deathwatch Codex review.
Or just pick a unit
Deathwatch
each.
could be good. Yeah.
Well, I think what I would quite enjoy, is hitting up a Codex review every week for codexes that we know that we've missed.
Yeah.
And then just bashing them out, and then just getting there. But not Codex review not Codex review tight talk tactical discussion, or potentially, but just shooting the shit. Because I don't necessarily think 40K's got some really hardline competitive gaming out there at the minute. And there are shows you can listen to for that. And then there are like big narrative guys. But I don't know if there's any just like shooting the shit about the units and having a laugh and coming up with some crazy lists.
Yeah.
Could it work? Well, you know the new show catchphrase, right?
I do, yeah.
Do you want to tell people what the new show catchphrase is?
Was it any army's a winning army unless you're a snowflake about it? I did have a
any army.
Any army is a winning army if you're playing Eldar. That was my one.
That's not what it is. Tom, do you know what it is?
No idea. No.
Oh, for God's sake! You're like Nathan. It's any army. Well, it might be retcon because we might get FAQ'd. It's any army's a winning army if you stop being a snowflake about it. But I was thinking it might if you stop being a coward about it.
Yeah.
That's a little bit more confrontational,
and
there's a little bit of a political leaning to the term snowflake.
Yeah.
Which is, I know we love triggering people, but
that's enough one with political leanings.
Deathwatch aggressors, Tom.
Yeah, Deathwatch aggressors are good.
With a interceptor, so they can fly.
With just one interceptor, interceptor.
And then
so the entire unit can fall back and shoot the banner.
Yeah, with ablative wounds from
the
tactical marine things.
Yeah. Sure. Rubbish.
Apparently they'll FAQ snowflakes in chapter 3, which will then invalidate your tagline for 6 months.
Damn it.
As long as they don't invalidate it. In fact, actually, that's my least favourite. What's been your least favourite bit? That you should never end the show on a low, so this won't be the end. But I hate it when they change the fly keyword. That was the stupidest shit. Although I do like the FAQ shows, because it's just a great opportunity to make some gags.
Yeah.
Yeah, the FAQ shows.
What was your worst point so far this week? Just leveling it out, Nikos, this year.
I don't know. I don't think there's been that many down points, really. Maybe it's a bit of a cop-out. The show that I wasn't on, where Ace replaced me, and I felt really sad.
Oh.
You did get to watch... but you did watch England, Belgium, and England lost, so that could be good.
Thanks, man. Yeah.
You're welcome. Yeah.
Tom, weren't you there when England didn't win the ETC?
You mean every year?
Oh!
Apart from 2012, I'm sliding in. But,
Tom, what was your low point this year?
I mean, I kind of felt sad when they implemented the free unit rule, just because I couldn't run around with my 10 flying high tankers anymore. But to be honest, that was totally justified.
Yeah.
I'm not going to complain about that. I'm trying to think of one, because every change, I mean, you can disagree with the change, but it's in the game, and all you can do is like get up, move on, and try something else. I mean, it sucks if you just bought an army like Harlequins, where they just completely ruin it.
Oh, wow, really put a finger on the fucking
twisting the knife.
The issue.
No. I'm just saying it sucks for you, and that's why I can understand negative emotions.
Well, it's just what's really honest about it is it's the same feeling that other people in the community have got, right? Like someone might have bought 10 assault marines, just being like, I know they're not great, but I'm doing it anyway. Or sanguinary guard, same thing, and they would have been like, I want to just fly and charge at stuff.
I kind of had a similar experience when they released the Necron Codex.
They invalidated your whole army.
Yeah.
So when they released the Space Wolf book,
the credit of that joke goes to Dulade.
So I do love Space Wolves, but I don't see a place for that book at all, to be honest. I don't know if I've missed something. I probably have, but I don't know.
Which book?
I think Space Wolves. So,
yeah, that seemed like that didn't seem like a great book. From the quick rundown that we did on it, we did a brief review on it. It just seemed very...
It's meh.
Meh.
Yeah, it's eggshell white, isn't it?
Yeah. that entire book is 1 points change and 1 FAQ away from being brilliant. And that's why I'm so kind of disappointed with it, because all you need to do is decrease the points of drop pods and allow them to drop turn 1. And that book will be absolutely incredible. Not only as like a competitive force, but also.
But they're not gonna. They don't want people to be alpha striking turn 1, so they're never going to do that.
Yeah, it's been turned off.
Never
They
gonna
allowed
do that.
anymore.
Never going to do
I know,
that.
and it's really sad because that book could be so much fun to play. Maybe it wouldn't even be. Maybe you don't even let them drop on turn 1, but you let them. you just let them take drop pods, please. Drop pods are so shit.
You should Servator in the chat. It's like, thanks, Tom. I'm just painting my Space Wolves. Really appreciate that.
Space Wolves are really fun. They are, but they could be brilliant. They could be. I don't know, man. It's just. I was expecting so much more from that book, and I just didn't get it.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit sad, but like, and it's really honest to have those conversations, right? Because it's not being negative; it's just being, it's just being like, because some people definitely feel that you have that comment. Like, we do shows where we're just like, I'm just gutted, this is shit, and then it seems very much the differential between 40k and AOS is that some things are just below the line of even being applicable in the game. Yeah. And I don't know what that is. I had that same conversation with the guys on Chapter Tactics when we turned the show off. I was like, it's like some stuff just isn't viable. Yeah. And it's sad, right? But like, also it's healthy to have that conversation and people are like, okay, what sort of units are you talking about? And then listen to the show tagline, any army's a winning army if you stop being a coward about it. Maybe you can win with it, not Harlequins.
I mean, I'm not even saying the Space Wolf book is bad, necessarily. I'm saying it could be so much more. With 1 change. And it's just, I've outflanked my space, my Wolfen, did I make the charge? Oh, maybe I do, maybe I don't. And then that's the end of the game. It's like, great.
But, Mr. I've got 2 squads of 15, the mixed editions, emotions of elation, and then immediate crashing back down of reality after the swing of nerf, because he's talking about Sky Claws. They increased the squad size to 15 with FAQ, and then they took Fly away from them.
No.
No! Don't do this. And then make drop pods great again.
See, yes, do it.
Stick a little plasma in it and a banner.
And you're having a great time.
Great fun.
Also, you've got a challenge to play Servator with his Space Wolves after Tom.
That's fine. The only drop pod that's still good is the Puicide Squad and the Courageous. There you go. Beautiful.
And then also, if we listen to the Best in Faction podcast, the host plays his Space Wolves pretty Earl. And imagine
he's is that Adam from the Best in General podcast?
Yeah.
Who was, I don't really listen. I know he was at the Nova Invitational when that first round, I think. But,
right.
Yeah,
okay.
I can't judge him.
My dudes, my 40k bros. We're off skis.
And ladies.
Ladies, because it's ladies night.
Ladies.
I'd
like to give a special shout out to Unicorn John's wife.
Special shout out to Unicorn John's wife. Also, Christine, I'm going to shout out to her.
Yeah.
And some of the other ladies who watch the show. And that includes all you Rodar players. I just want to say if you're one of the podcast guys who doesn't really ever jump on the show, I just want to say a massive thank you. That's obviously awesome. You should always join us live on a Thursday evening on twitch.tv/Wargamer, because it's going to be the biggest show in the world. That's the plan. So you should join us, get talking and get hanging out. Because that's what I want you to do. So do it now. But also, it's a great community. The guys in the chat all just chat away and talk to each other, and you make some cool friends. These guys know each other's names and been chatting for a long time, so it's pretty nice. Thank you again to you, Nikos.
Pleasure.
Thank you to everyone on Patreon, and thank you to everyone on Twitch who subscribes. Have you got any shout outs you want to throw out at some people?
I'm going to shout out to Gozzy, who I don't think is here tonight, but we're playing the AOS doubles this weekend.
You're losing the AOS doubles, sunshine. So you're going to get your dick kicked in by me and my random partner.
No way, man. No way, man.
Okay. Tom, you got anyone you want to say a big shout out to?
Not really. I'm just going to shout out to www.dickpills.com for another
Well, they really helped you out with your new girlfriend, Tom.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely. 100%.
What's his name?
Hey.
Always a good gag.
Oh.
Always good. All right. Well, everyone on the show, you guys have been fantastic, and we'll see you soon. Please come back next Thursday. Next Thursday should be the best show we've ever done for a Codex review. It's going to be the Nights. It's going to be the Chaos Nights. It's going to relate a lot to the Liga Nights. I'm doing some fancy visuals, I'm hoping. We're going to have some cool stats. It should look really impressive. So just to get you an indication of what a real good show should look like when you're doing a review, join us next Thursday. I'd be really excited by that. So we've said it now, so we've got to do it. Yeah, so that'll be, do that. And then obviously, Tom and Nikos, you guys are wonderful.
As are you, Rob.
People are lucky to get to talk to you.
Everyone
listening has got massive BDE, obviously, even the ladies.
Huge.
Yeah, huge BDE. And don't forget, any army's a winning army when you're older.